What's up, Epic Empire? How are you guys? Happy Wednesday night. Thank you so much for being flexible and jumping on at 7:30. Our normal team calls are on at 9 o'clock on Wednesday nights, but we wanted to have Jeff on, and this is obviously, he's at a different time zone, so right now he's still at work, but at 9 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock at night for him, which is when he has his family time. So I just appreciate him jumping on, but holy moly macaroni, we have 2 elite coaches on Epic Empire, and I'm so excited. Shout out to Kelly King and Knockout Kings for achieving 2019 Elite Team. They are ranked 192 in the company, correct? Did I get that right? I think so. I don't even know if she's listening to me. But congratulations. That is a huge achievement. What that means is there are a lot of leaders within her team who are growing their own businesses. And as a leader, that feels really good because you know that you're teaching somebody else how to do exactly what you do, and you're duplicating yourself, and people are having success on your team. Not only that also means that a lot of coaches within Epic Empire and Knockout Kings are hitting Success Club. And what does Success Club represent? Success Club represents people's lives, right? So that's a lot of people who are joining these challenge groups, who are getting results, and who are changing their lives. So elite sounds all fun and lofty, but when you break it down, it's a lot of lives being changed, whether it's physically with their health and fitness, or it's financially with their businesses. So excited to say that we are a 5-time elite team, and we have a brand new elite coach, Miss Kelly King. So super excited about tonight's call. But before that's recognition, announcements, don't forget that it is Super Weekend this weekend. So this weekend, there will be events happening all over the country. I know I'll be attending the one in Orlando on Sunday. There's one in DC. There's, because I know, I started Epic up in DC. And so we have a lot of DC coaches, DC region coaches. But there will be Super Saturdays all over the country. So if you haven't paused to go check out the events tab in your back office and find a Super Weekend to be at, you're shooting yourself in the foot. I've said this multiple times, but I've only missed one Super Saturday in 6 years of being a coach. And I think that says something for the fact that the movement of my business, the momentum of my business, I think it's important for you to be at events. So I'm going to hush it up. I'm so excited to have Jeff on tonight. He's a character that we always look forward to seeing at Summit. We're like, hey, there's like a bunch of Jeffs. There were at one time a bunch of Jeffs. But he's now taken on my region, which I'm super pumped about. So I'll be working a lot more closely with him, and so will Kelly. I think, is Florida and Virginia the same region?
You got it. I've been up in the Northeast, guys, which was basically anything north of DC, and now I've got the entire eastern seaboard and all the way west to Minnesota. So part of the central and the east and everything in between.
Everything in between. Well, that's awesome. So when you become a Diamond coach and above, Diamond 2-star, they have corporate mentors that come alongside you and help you map out your goals. And so I remember when I was a 2-star coach, and there was a guy named Paul. He was working for the company, and he called me weekly, and he's like, all right, how are we doing? Because I really wanted to be an elite coach. And he held me accountable. He asked me he helped me with mentoring my coaches. And so getting to Diamond really does open up some mentorship for you outside of the team, but with Beachbody Corporate. So that is what Jeff does. He mentors us coaches and helps us grow our businesses. And I'm sure he does a ton more than what I just explained. But tonight he is going to really break down this simplified system to elite. And I haven't fully done my homework to dig in, because I'm still focusing on last year. We can finally celebrate and move on.
Right.
But I'm going to let you have the floor. And if you guys have any questions, please post them in the chat and we can ask them afterwards.
Yes, guys. Thank you, Jatana. I love it. Or as I always call her, I know her name's Jatana, but I always call her Jatana. Just sounds fun. I'm excited to be on the call, and yes, I just welcome you to the official chat box of this call. It's the official one, sponsored by I don't know what it's sponsored by, but any questions, comments as we go along on this little Road to Elite journey, guys, feel free to drop them there. There's no bad questions or wrong questions. But like Jatana said, I've worked on the East Coast with our coach development team now for 4 years. Been up north in the balmy weather of the northeastern United States. It's great. And now I get to work with all of our great coaches in the southeast region of the U.S. and in the central region. So wherever you're at, I don't know where you're at regionally or located, but I'd love to get to know you. I'd love to be able to help you out wherever I can. And to show that, I just dropped my Facebook handle in the chat box. So anytime you have a question, you need something, I will do my best to respond as quick as I can or get one of our team members to help you out. That's what we do at Beachbody Corporate. Our main objective, obviously, is to build relationships with you guys and help you where we can, but to provide you tools, resources, answers to questions, trainings, accountability, whatever you need. Our sole focus is to help you guys be successful. And like I said, I've been with the company almost 5 years now, having worked in our Canadian French market and now in the US. And guys, I really wholeheartedly, and this is not Jeff wearing his Beachbody hat, okay? I'm wearing the Jeff hat right now. This is not just corporate speak. I really think that we are better aligned as a company, as a coach network, for growth, for rapid expansion, and for residual growing income in businesses across the board than we ever have been. I just think we're really, really strongly aligned, and that's can even be backed up with today. I know you guys have seen maybe a lot of posts about elite teams, and this is a proud elite team right here as well. But that just shows that you guys are changing a ton of lives, and across the network, we have over 200 of these teams, which is an increase of over 100 from last year. It's just exciting to see this growth. So I hope you are optimistic. I hope you're excited. And what I share tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about some numbers and some strategy. But my hope is that you see the potential here, and more so the potential in yourselves and in your teams to change some lives, to help people get healthy, to help them reach their goals, and then in turn be able to build that cool financial piece with it. So I know we got a lot of great coaches on this call. I know some of you, okay? I don't know some of you either, but I'm excited to get to know you guys a little bit more. And again, feel free to reach out anytime. So 2 things before we get into the training. And yes, I have a presentation deck, Jatana. I will send it to you so you can disseminate out to the team, share the slides. So if you like to take notes, you like to see all the visuals, you'll have that. You can refer to it as needed. One ask I have, I can't talk. I've been doing elite calls for the past 10 hours. I should be able to talk. One thing I ask, no matter if you are a long tenured coach, you know about Elite Kelly King, you know about Premier, or you're a brand new coach trying to figure this out, trying to understand what all this is, don't expect and don't feel like you have to understand every single detail that I'm going to cover tonight. Okay? But my hope is that I can get you some structure you can start to wrap your head around. So as you set these goals, right, as you have this vision board to create a side income, to help X amount of people in a challenge group, to retire from a job, to have whatever, your Shakeology covered, to have that car, I don't know what's on your vision boards, right? I have a pretty good idea. My hope is to give you some structure that as you're pushing for this, we're going to give you some guideposts and some points along the way so you can check yourself and be like, all right, where am I at? How am I doing? And where am I going? Okay, that's why I love the Road to Elite. Kind of helps fill in that space in the middle, okay? But again, just don't feel like, oh my gosh, I missed that. I don't understand that. I'm done. I'm behind the 8 ball. You're not. Trust me, okay? And I'll get some resources for you guys after this call that'll help you. And again, you've got my Facebook handle. Message me, video call me, whatever. With that said, I need one volunteer, one fearless volunteer from this call, all right? And Jatana's got a smile on her face. She's like, oh, I don't know what he's planning. I need one brave volunteer. Let's pick on, she's going to hate me for this, but she's right in the middle of my Brady Bunch window right now. So she's like the nanny. I don't remember what the nanny was called, but I am going to ask Valerie Collins to be my helper and pick on her tonight. She's like, seriously? Valerie, you are in luck because you get to be our coach tonight that we're going to use in all these examples, okay? And Valerie, here's the cool part. I know you're busy. You got a lot going on probably in the background there. Your sole job, if you can execute against this, is to do nothing. Literally just sit back, take in the training, ask some questions where needed. You don't have to talk. You don't have to train. Just be you. But I'm going to pick on you. Deal? She's she just mouths sure, and I'm sure I don't know if there's kiddos or stuff going on in the background, but you are appreciated. Thanks, Valerie. And because you let me pick on you after this call, if you can Facebook message me your shipping address, phone number, and your favorite program and like tank top or shirt size, whatever, I'll send you something for letting me pick on you. Dealio? All right. Let's get going, guys. So I'm going to share this presentation with you guys. And again, the one rule, don't feel like you have to understand everything. So Valerie is our girl. Okay. She's our coach we're going to use tonight. So guys, again, we're going to go on the road to elite. And this program, guys, I think is really cool because it finally aligns, maybe not perfectly, but pretty close, I think, our compensation plan with our recognition program, with our elite and premier program, as well as the leadership ladder initiative. And it kind of meshes these into one initiative it's clearer, it's more simple, and hopefully easy to track and follow. Again, if you're a newer coach, some of the stuff I'll share tonight, you're going to be like, I'm still trying to figure out how to log into my Beachbody on demand. Like, what is this? Work with me. I got you, okay? And we'll get you through this on this call and in the follow-up too, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the end goal with the road to elite. Obviously, the end goal is really to get you guys to those big dream board vision goals that you've got, right? But with the road to elite, there's the last guide point is to get to an elite leader, or be an elite team, like Jitana was mentioning at the beginning, which congratulations to those teams for doing that. Huge, huge deal, okay? But heading into next year, to be an elite leader, okay, there's going to be 3 requirements to get there. And again, I'm going to break this down. Just work with me here, okay? The requirements, if you're familiar with elite, do not change this year, okay? It's the same 3 requirements. So to be an elite leader, and again, this will make more sense as we go along, okay, we're just going to set the stage, is that you as a coach need to be, number 1, a 5-star diamond coach or higher for 6 consecutive weeks during the year or for 1 week in December. That's number 1 what you got to do, okay? And if you're wondering, well, what does 5-star mean? I don't understand that. High level, it means that you have helped 5 of your coaches achieve the rank of diamond. And to be a diamond, you need to have 8 coaches on your team. Okay, that's high level. If you're like, wait, 5 and 8, how do I follow this? Work with me. We got this, okay? So a 5-star diamond or higher. The second thing you need to do, and we're going to explain how you earn these points, but it's through doing the daily business activities that you guys already execute so well against, but you need to achieve and earn, I should say, 105 leadership points. These are the same as elite points, guys. We've just renamed them to be leadership points, okay? And then you also need to help 2 of your coaches achieve the rank of diamond for the very first time this year. So our girl Valerie, okay, now she perks up sick. Okay, said my name, I have to do nothing. You do, okay? Let's say our girl Valerie has 2 of her coaches, no matter when they signed up, if it was in 2012 or it's 2019, when she can help them get to the rank of diamond, when she does that twice, check that 3rd one off, okay? That's how you become an elite leader. Now, why should you do that? Let me give you a couple of reasons. Number 1, it adds credibility and validity to your business and to your team and to your leadership, okay? What it also does as well, there's an entire recognition and compensation program built around being a 5-star diamond elite coach, okay? We give all of our elite teams and our elite coaches customized apparel and recognition at Summit. You can see a guitar on my wall. That was an elite gift one year, and I remember Jitana has one of those because I remember I actually, no joke, I tuned her guitar gift at Summit, and it was out of tune in like 2 seconds. But the love of the thought was there, Jitana. But we do these customized gifts throughout the year, and you get VIP treatment at all of our events, kind of VIP access. You get consideration for test groups to speak at different events like our Summit event, New Leader Conference. And so there's that piece of it if you're recognition driven. If you're financially driven, which is okay to be, guys, it's not a bad thing. It's not icky. As an elite leader, you are eligible to get a $500 a month bonus, okay, if you're in the top 200. That's pretty cool. That's on top of any other commissions you already earn as a coach. And finally, the most important reason, when you all are elite leaders, you're doing the core business activities, guys, that are going to build a solid foundation that's here for the long term and that will have residual growth in terms of volume, in terms of coaches, in terms of your income. You're doing the activities that are required to be an elite leader. You've got a solid business that can withstand the headwinds but also see increased growth during those high times. Okay. All right. Those are the 3 requirements. If there's questions, drop them in the chat. Valerie, you are doing so good at your job. Like, it's unreal right now. Now, with that said, we're going to go and learn how we earn those leadership points. Okay. And then we'll get to the road to the elite and then we'll be done. Easy peasy, right? Okay. Let's check this out. There's 3 ways you can earn points towards your 105 that you need to be an elite leader. They do not change from last year for those that are familiar with how you earn those points, those elite points. Valerie, you are balling. Well, do you just wait till you see who she signs up on this call, okay? Now it's going to get really heated, Valerie. So Valerie's our coach, guys, okay? The first way that she can earn those 105 leadership points, first way is this. She will earn 1 leadership point towards her 105 points every 500 points of volume, okay, cumulative running total, that is generated from 2 groups of people. 1, her 2019 coach signups, and 2, any customers that place their first orders with you this year. Okay, so here's an example. Valerie's our baller. Let's say she signs up me, she signs up Carl Deichler, and she signs up Bob Barker on her team. If you don't know who Bob Barker is, you need to leave the call now because everyone should know who he is. Kidding. You signed up 3 stalwarts, okay? But I'm going to be your most solid Ruby coach. Nothing more or less, but I'll be the best Ruby you've ever seen. Now, Valerie, let's say she signed us all up in January, guys. And Carl and Bob and I all order 200 points of product, right? We all get a challenge pack and like some Energize and whatever it is. Because there's 200 points of volume from me, 200 points from Bob, and 200 points from Carl. Those that are good at math, I'm not. That's 600 points of volume. That gets our girl Valerie 1 leadership point, right? Because it's a cumulative total from all of her 2019 coach signups for her first-time customer orders. Okay? Now, that extra 100 that she had from that one sec, guys. One second, I'm going to get my office door real quick. There, sorry, there's some noise. So she gets that 1 leadership point. That extra 100 she had from us 3, it's going to contribute to the next 500 total that gets her another leadership point, okay? So as Bob and Carl and I and all of the other signups that Valerie gets because she's a baller during the entire year will count towards the running 500 point total. And every time 500 points is ticked, that gets another leadership point for Valerie, okay? Now, remember, that's also from customers. So if you had someone that's a customer, it's never placed an order, as long as they order for the first time this year, they're going to contribute here, okay? That's the first way you earn those points. Again, if there's questions, drop them there. But just know every 500 points of volume gets me a leadership point. Got it, okay? Second way, and I promise this is the most numbers heavy we're going to get. So this is like the driest part of the presentation, but it's important. It's good to know this core base. The second way that our girl Valerie is going to earn leadership points is this. It's with Success Club, okay? Success Club obviously shows that you are helping people start their health and wellness journey, okay? Whether it's through a challenge pack or getting them involved with other products, getting them in a challenge group. Valerie is going to earn 1 leadership point for every one of her coaches that she signed up last year in 2018 and or 2019 that earn Success Club in a given month. When that happens, she'll get 1 leadership point for each person that does that. Here's your example. Okay, Valerie's our coach. Who'd she sign up? Me, Bob, and Carl. Let's say in January, because Carl's a baller, he's Success Club 10. He helps 5 people. And let's say Bob gets to a Success Club 5. Well, that means that they're both in Success Club. It doesn't matter what number they get, but if they're in Success Club because they signed up this year or last year with Valerie, Valerie's going to get 1 leadership point for Bob and 1 leadership point for Carl. You may be thinking, well, crap, Matthewson, like 105 is a lot. Like this is going to take quite a bit of effort. Remember, guys, this Road to Elite program, it's a 12-month program. You're not going to have this unlocked in 1, 2, 3, or 4 months. But if you can start now, okay, in these first 4 or 5 months and get some momentum, get some people involved, get them ordering, get them getting results, that momentum and all that volume and all those orders and all the duplication that they're doing is going to benefit you over the course of that 12 months for the Road to Elite. Okay? Here's what else is cool. Remember how Bob and Carl got leadership points for Valerie because they hit Success Club? Well, since Valerie's a baller, according to Jatana and Kelly, and according to me, because she's my coach, right? When she herself earns Success Club in the same month, these points double. So she actually gets 4 points total, one from Carl, one from Bob, but they double to 4 when Valerie hits Success Club the same month. Okay? So now you can start to see, okay, if I'm helping people get into Success Club and I'm doing it too, I've got these leadership points, man. Let's do this thing. That's the second way. Third way is this, okay? No questions yet. And I see like 8 head nods right now, so I think it's making sense, which is good. Third way you earn points is this. It's called our Success Club 1 category. What this means is this. You get 1 leadership point every time one of your 2019 coaches, okay? Those are the coaches that get points here. Every time within their first 2 months of being a coach that they earn 1 Success Club point. That generates 1 leadership point for Valerie. Here's your example. Let's say she has the 3 of us sign up in January, and then in February, she signs up Beyonce. She's got some girl power now, right? So she's got quite the lineup here. And let's say, since Beyonce signed up in February, if in February or March, because those are Beyonce's first 2 months of being a coach, the Beyonce gets 1 Success Club point. So if Valerie can help Beyonce help 1 person in her first 2 months, that will get Valerie a leadership point, okay? And where she signed up Carl, me, and Bob, let's say, I haven't a Success Club, but you know what? I did okay. I helped 1 person. I got a Success Club point. That's getting Valerie a leadership point. Every time one of your coaches in their first 2 months gets a Success Club point, it's a leadership point. And I love that one because it's, yes, about finding people to be in your tribe, to be on your team, and to grow this and get results, but you're helping them help someone. And when you can create that movement and that momentum, guys, man, sky's the limit. It really is. Okay? All right. With that said, we've gone through the numbers. We're going to go look at these 3 last guideposts on the road to elite, and then we're done. You're going to be like, wow, that was really an invigorating training, dude. Thank you. Again, the goal and purpose behind this is to help give you some structure to start to wrap your mind around and see, all right, do I really want to do this, 1, which I hope you do. And then 2, how can I start to implement the road to elite in my daily activities and my strategy moving forward? Okay. On the home stretch, here we go. This is a fun little map. Okay. We're going to look at the first road guidepost, whatever you want to call it, stop on the road to elite, which is team builder. Okay. I'm going to show you 4 requirements to be team builder on there. And there's some recognition, there's some benefits. We'll talk about it here in a second. But to be a team builder, guys, with the new road to elite, everybody in the company starts at 0, including Jatana, including Melanie Mitro, including Kelly King, including me, who just signed up in January with Valerie. Okay. We all start at 0, so we're all working towards this. The first requirement to be a team builder is this. You need to be a diamond coach, which essentially is have 8 coaches on your team, 2 of them being an emerald, and you need to hold that diamond rank for 6 consecutive weeks. Okay, anytime during the year. When you do that, check number 1 off. Okay, you need to earn, this is why we talked about how to earn the points just now, so you understand, okay, that's what those points mean. You need to earn 25 leadership points. Okay, I got this. Now, again, guys, can you do it in 1 month? Yeah, people can, but I mean, there's not 6 weeks in a month, so no one's even going to be a team builder till the 2nd week of February at the earliest. But don't feel like you have to do that. You've got 12 months to push for these things, okay? You need to help one of your coaches get to the rank of emerald. So if Valerie is working with me, getting my butt into gear, let's say she helps me go emerald, which is essentially helping me get 2 coaches on my team. When she does that, check that off. Then the 4th one, and I'll preface it by saying this, don't stress it. Don't worry if you're like, I don't know how to track that. I don't know what that means. The back office will have a section right on your home screen that will help you track this volume piece of it. But this is huge, guys, because this talks about the core volume of your business, which can affect your commissions and your rank advancement and your growth. But the 4th requirement is this. You need to have, over the course of any 5 weeks, a total of 1,000 points of TV on your weak leg. Okay, that was a mouthful. Let me give you an example. Valerie's our girl. Okay, and team volume, guys, that is your volume on your entire team 5 generations down. And that is where the money is made, for sure. For sure. Okay, but over the course of any 5-week period, if your weak leg, okay, if it's your right leg or strong leg, doesn't matter, whatever your weak leg is, has a total of 1,000 points over that 5 weeks. Check this one off. Here's an example. Let's say Valerie, her weak leg volume in week 1 is 500 points. Okay? And let's say in week 2, it's another 500. Well, that's 1,000 points. Even if Valerie doesn't get any more team volume on her weak leg the next 3 weeks, she has that 1,000 taken care of. Okay, let's say she gets 200 points of volume in week 1, 200 in week 2, and so on through week 5, 200 each week. Well, that's 1,000 points over 5 weeks. She's good. Doesn't matter how you get it or when you get it, just within that 5-week window, your weak leg has that total of 1,000. Okay? I've got some head nods. I've got people looking at me like, I have no idea what you just said, but okay. Here's the thing with that 4th one, guys. When you're doing those 3 other requirements, when you achieve diamond, when you got 25 leadership points, that weak leg volume, that's going to be happening organically and as a byproduct. So you're not going to have to okay, I got to focus on getting the volume now. No, that should be happening and that should be taken care of with those other efforts you're doing, okay? All right. With that said, there's some cool recognition with that. When you've achieved team builder, you can see on the screen, we've designed this customized stackable crystal trophy this year for the Road to Elite. So as you achieve the different stops on the Road to Elite, we're going to send you this heavy crystal trophy. This one will say team builder and it'll have the Beachbody logo, okay? You'll get this sent to you immediately once you unlock that, and you can put it on your desk. You can mount it to the hood of your car. Let your kids use it as a building block. Don't do that. My kids actually played with this the other night and they threw it and broke it. This is just a prototype, okay? Yours won't break unless your kids throw it. But it's a cool recognition piece. So if that drives you, here's another fun piece, okay? 2 more stops and we're done, promise. The second stop on the Road to Elite, you've probably heard of it or maybe seen it in places. It's called Team Leader, okay? Here's the 4 requirements, and then we'll talk about some of the benefits of it. First requirement is this. You need to become a 1-star diamond or higher and hold that for either 6 weeks in a row or for 1 week in December. When you do that, side benefit, and you achieve 1 star for the first time, you will get an invitation to our new leader conference out in Santa Monica. It happens every year. And it's a great event. We're doing it next month, and it's for about 400 to 500 coaches every year. Really intimate event. You get to work out the super trainers. I know Jatana was there. What was that, 4 years ago, 5 years ago? I remember when you were there. She was just a little baby coach, and I was just a little baby corporate person, but she was great. And it's just an event worth getting to. So you get that benefit when you go 1 star. Second requirement, and to be a 1-star, guys, if you're like, what does that mean? That means you've helped one of your coaches get to diamond and hold it for 6 weeks. You can see how these different stops align with you and your team. Second thing, you need to earn 50 leadership points, not 50 on top of the 25 that you did for Team Builder, but just another 25, so you have 50 total. Okay? Kelly went as well. Oh, Kelly, you got to see NLC game night last year. You lucky duck, you. The third requirement, and this is a great one, you need to help 2 of your coaches get to Emerald for the first time or help 1 coach get to Diamond. Now think about that. If we go back to Team Builder, you've already helped 1 new Emerald, right? So that 1 new Emerald you've already helped goes towards this. So you really need to just help 1 more coach be Emerald or help that Emerald get to Diamond. Do that, check it off, you're good, okay? And then similar structure to that volume, your weak leg for 5 weeks needs to have a total of 2,500 points of TEV. Okay, and we explained what that 5 weeks means. When that happens, here's some of the benefits. You're going to get hooked up with this team leader backpack. These are awesome. I know some of you probably got these last year. We're bringing it back for any new team leader that achieves it again. You'll get that. You will also get the next wonderful crystal block. It'll have team leader on there. We'll send this out to you, and they're magnetized so you can stack them. Okay? So you can continue as you achieve all these stops on the Road to Elite, continue to get that trophy. Okay? Stick with me. We're almost there. There's a question for Laura. Great question. Why is it either 6 weeks or 1 week in December? Is it harder in December? Great question. So Laura, little background. In the past, to be elite or premier, you had to hold everything at the same time on the very last week of the year. That's not really cool because it's the holidays. So, yeah, horrible Christmas. But it's important, guys, because we don't want people to just get there at the first of the year and then not hold it. We want well-rounded, solid, growing businesses, right? So what we said is, all right, if any time during the year you can hold it for 6 weeks, which 6 weeks, guys, that's how you qualify for like quarterly bonuses, holding ranks. But if any time during the year you can hold it for 6 weeks, then great. You don't even have to worry about December, right? Just take some of that pressure off end of the year. So that's why that's there. So you got options. Okay? Good question. Keep them coming. Last one, okay, is Premier Leader. This is like being a Premier Coach like we've had in the years past. There's some key differences here, and this is really exciting. You're like, I have no idea what's going on, but you said it's exciting, so yeah, okay, I'm in. To be a Premier Leader, first one is this. You need to be, the only crazy people do it over Thanksgiving and Christmas, like Kelly King, okay? No, she's awesome, though. You need to be a 2-star diamond or higher for 6 consecutive weeks or for 1 week in December, okay? And when you're 2-star, here's the other cool part. Our girl Valerie, let's say she's helped me get to diamond in March and Carl Deichler get to diamond in April or whenever it is. When she does that and we hold for 6 weeks, one, we're probably team builders, but that helps her be a 2-star diamond. She can now open what's called a second business center. And that is essentially Valerie can open another account with her name and her info, and she can place that and build it however she wants. So that gets cool because you can earn money off of each business center and you have all these additional income revenue streams. Side benefit. Second requirement, this is a key difference. You need to earn 75 leadership points. In the past, to be a Premier Leader, you had to earn 105 just like Elite Leader. This year it's 75. You need to help one coach get to diamond for the first time, which you may have done that with Team Leader. Maybe you already helped your one diamond. If you did, you also check that one off for Premier Leader. That's a big difference too, because in the past you had to help 2, like Elite. And then lastly, our favorite one that people are still probably wondering about, and again, you'll be able to track this. It'll happen as a byproduct of you getting those other requirements. You need to have 5,000 points of volume on your week leg for those 5 weeks. Okay? When that happens, VIP treatment at our summit events, all of our events, you get customized apparel sent out to you. Our Premier coaches are also considered for different test groups, different things like that. And you don't have to be Elite or Premier to get all these benefits, guys, but it just shows us this is kind of the cream of the crop. These are the top leaders. They're moving, they're producing, right? When you go Premier, obviously you'll get that additional recognition, but you also get the next stack. It'll say Premier Leader there. Stack it on. You got a pretty heavy, tall trophy growing here. Okay, last slide, and we're all done. To be an Elite Leader, we already talked about it. Remember at the first of the call? So you guys know this one, so we don't have to cover it. But you may be thinking, well, Matthewson, you tricked us because you said there was 3 requirements, but I'm showing 4 on the screen right now. And it's that 5,000 points of volume. To be a Premier Leader, how many did you need to have? 5,000 points of volume. You've already done it for Elite, guys. Okay? So that one will just kind of be automatically checked off. If you think about it, though, as you're building towards these guys, if your weak leg of volume has that much volume on it, what does your strong leg look like? And what does that team cycle bonus begin to look like, which is paid out every week without going into the weeds, okay? You've got some significant weekly residual income coming in and growing. That gets me excited for you guys because, yes, I want you to be successful in helping people get results and live a healthy, fulfilling life. That's got to be number one always. But I want you guys to have that financial side of it too because it's doable, okay? With that said, this is the road to Elite. Can you do it? I wholeheartedly believe yes, you can. There's one more slide that if Jatana gives me permission to share, I will share it. She says, no, this has already been way too numbers heavy. I'm okay with it. There's another piece that's important to people that involves rank in terms of where you rank in the company, in terms of being a top 10 coach and team, top 200. I'll show you how to do that if Jatana allows me to. I knew she would. All right. We've talked about how to earn those points, okay? Getting to Premier Leader and Elite Leader. Those are over here, guys. When we determine rank in the company, so when your team is ranked, I think you said, I should know, 162 or 182 or something for Kelly, you mentioned on the call earlier. We determine those ranks or our top 10 coaches, maybe you've seen them at Summit, whatever. We determine that based on the total leadership points that are earned throughout the year, as well as these points that you can earn for your rank only. They don't contribute to your required points, but they help you go in rank, okay? This is why I asked the question because I don't want to complicate it. This slide. This just shows you all the requirements we just talked about. It's a great slide. Print it out if you want it. There's the trophy again. It's going to be engraved into your minds. Okay. Because when you do go elite, before I tell you about the ranking points, when you achieve elite leader, we will top it off with your name and the elite logo right there, as well as this cool Beachbody logo ball on top. Bada bing, bada boom. You've got your stackable trophy. It's a lot better than this, and it won't move around because this one got thrown around by the kids. But you'll get that as an elite leader. Now, before I share the ranking points, one more thing. Let's say you're pushing hard. Let's say our girl Valerie is pushing hard, and maybe she doesn't achieve elite at the end of the year. That's okay. She's achieved a ton, and she's been pushing for team builder and team leader or premier leader. No matter where you finish, guys, with this little trophy, there will be a program throughout the year, most likely towards the end of it, where you can earn your topper. So you can top that trophy off and finish it so it looks like a completed trophy, not just 2 random blocks, right? So it'll be a nice recognition piece for you. So if you're driven by recognition, go earn your ball, okay? Here's the ranking points. Then I'm really done. First way you can earn those additional points to help your team rank is by helping any of your coaches achieve the rank of Star Diamond for the very first time ever, okay? Here's an example. Valerie's our girl, okay? She's continued to work with Bob Barker, and Bob Barker finally takes off, and Bob gets to an official 1-star diamond rank anytime during the year. Well, because he's done that for the first time, Valerie is going to get 25 points in her ranking point total, okay, to help her team go up in the rankings. Doesn't contribute to the 105, okay? This is just ranking that she's earning here. When Bob gets to 2-star during the year, that's another 25 points to Valerie and her team in the ranks. 3-star for Bob is another 25 points for Valerie and her team. 4-star, 5-star, and so on, all the way to 5-star, it's another 25 points, okay? The new one is this. You get 25 ranking points for every new success starter that you help in 2019. That's a big one because, again, it helps you stay focused on helping those new coaches get started right and helping them help others up front. With that said, I know that you were probably all thinking, this guy is cool, like he's fun to listen to, but man, that was a really kind of in-depth training. But again, guys, I just want you to be able to start wrapping your heads around that structure. And as you look at this slide deck again, if you look at the recording again, it will start to click more than you realize. I promise. That's just how it works. So any questions you got, feel free to drop them in the chat about this or anything else. I'm happy to help. So Jatana, tossing it back to you.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much. I'm kind of excited about the cute trophy. I thought that was really just the idea. Was that your idea?
This was actually the idea of Darren Ashby, who's overall our recognition.
The voice of recognition. Awesome thoughts. Do you guys have any questions about that? I know that the numbers, it took me a long time to wrap my brain around it, and it can be really overwhelming. And we've talked about it on our diamond calls. You guys, we do have a separate group called Shine On, where all of our diamonds collaborate, and we have weekly calls with that as well. But one of the things that we've kind of narrowed it down to is, honestly, if you are bringing coaches onto your team monthly, give yourself a goal. 2 coaches a month, 5 coaches a month. If you're pushing for elite, we always say 5 coaches a month is good. And if you are helping your new coaches hit Success Club, I'd say 4 of your new coaches hit Success Club, you will get there. That is the behaviors that will bring you to an elite coach. And even though it's an accolade and a trophy, it's also a representation of your income growing. But not only that, your coach's income is growing. So all the behaviors that he talked about, if this presentation was overwhelming, take some time to absorb it, walk through it, just look at the first step. That's what my suggestion is. Look at the first step and see where you're at with that. And we can do a team call around the leader ladder if that would help break down those different pieces to help you understand it. But any questions that you have for Jeff before we jump off? Everybody's like, ugh.
Let me add this.
Oh, Shelly's got a question when you're done.
Yeah, so Shelly, we'll get to you. Let me just say this, guys. In this business, with being a Beachbody coach, yes, these numbers are important. Yes, that structure is good. Don't get away from what fills you up the most, right? Mm-hmm. And what brings you the most joy. And that is getting results. That's helping people and making those connections. As you do that and you challenge yourself to do more or do it more frequently, all of these numbers, the volume, the rank, all of that stuff will happen as a byproduct. This is hopefully to just allow you to get a little more strategic as you continue to build that momentum. But keep it fun, keep it in your wheelhouse. And I look at Jatana, I look at Kelly, I look at the great leaders in this network, Miguel Carrasco, all these great coaches that you hear about. So don't take this the wrong way, Kelly and Jatana. There's nothing special about them. Now, they're special and they're great. What I mean by that is that there's not a secret sauce, or there's not a stroke of luck, but they are resilient. They show up. Thank you for the compliment on the hat, by the way, Becca. But they show up and they make no excuses, and they've got a vision cast, right? I look on this call and I see the Vanessa Stikes. I see the Shelly Swagger. Valerie Collins for sure, because she signed me up. She's going to be successful. But I see these coaches on here, and there's no reason why Laura Silva can't be the next top coach, why Becca Dedrickson can't be a Million Club earner, or Katie Virtue can't cover the cost for Shakeology every month. Like, you can do it. You have all the credentials and power in the world to do it. So go do it, because people are counting on you. So, sorry. I think Hillary, or who had a question?
Hillary had a question.
Bring it on.
Okay, so you are in charge of the coaches on the Eastern Seaboard now. Does that mean that you run an action academy like on the Western side? Or is that Keyshawn?
Yes. So in whatever region, if it's East or West, I don't know where you're at, Shelly. I assume in the West.
North Carolina.
Oh, lucky you. Go Tar Heels. Hopefully.
No.
Go Dukies?
Not from I'm not actually from.
Go North Carolina in general. Go the entire state. We do have action academies. So guys, you don't, at the Diamond Rank, we have action academies, which we're just mastermind calls and groups. But even if you're not, and so I can get you the info on that, Shelly, after the call. But even if you're not a Diamond, if you're an Emerald or a new coach, like, don't hesitate to get involved in these masterminds. The Beachbody Champions page has great trainings. Again, reach out to me. I don't care if you're a brand new coach or you're a 15-star mega superstar or whatever rank is out there. Like, let's do this together. So yes, to answer your question, Shelly, there are those academies, those mastermind groups. I'll get you the info on it and when those days and times are, for sure.
Awesome. Any other questions? Oh my gosh, Peyton, what time is it in the UK? You're up. Can't hear you.
Bless her heart.
I can't hear you, Peyton. That's crazy. I'm sorry. I feel bad. She's like, I am up to learn. What time is it in the UK? Let's see. It's 6 hours ahead. 8, 9.
I want to say it's like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, 2 in the morning. Crazy, girlfriend. That's dedication. Some people are like, 7:30. I can't do that. All right. Well, any other questions before we jump off? We good? Everybody's like, whew. So my recommendation is to go back and watch the call over again and reach out to your upline. If this is something that you're excited about and you want to do, pair up with your upline and let's map things out for you. I'm so excited for Epic Empire and all. I mean, I know from just people that I've talked to, I know, Valerie, you're pushing close to 2-star here soon. You could hit Premier very early on in the year. There's a lot of momentum happening on our team, and if you guys just stay consistent in the behaviors that we talk about, get to Super Saturdays, be on team calls, and take initiative. I was telling this to the Diamond Group today. Honestly, it's all about being consistent and being an owner of your own business and just moving forward. Don't wait on anybody to have to build your challenge groups or to have to help sign coaches. You own your business and you move forward at the direction and the speed that you want to go, and you can make it happen. All right, guys, thank you so much for being on. Thank you, Jeff, for taking time out of your work week.
All good, guys. Appreciate you. And wherever you're at, get to a super weekend event. I'll be in Philly and Maine if anybody's going to be out there, but if not, enjoy those events. And we got some cool announcements coming your way. So
awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.